Hi guys, welcome to another session of Q&A with Jimmy at Sweatshop Fitness. We have got a lot of feedback and a lot of questions on sugar, about how much they need to take and whether it's good and bad. And I'm here to talk about 12 points, surprising benefits of cutting down on sugar. Uh, Something is hiding in your food, as they say, so it can be things we don't realize, things like ketchup or cereal or in salad dressing. So this is very common in three things which I usually take, which people don't really realize it's commonly in your food. So one is breads, most types of breads. It's always in any type of alcohol, and it's obviously in sweets. So those are the three main things we ask people to cut down on. So sugar can be more addictive than fat, and it can be more dangerous than cholesterol. Okay, so sugar has become public enemy number one, as they say. So when it comes to the health of Sri Lanka, we have been listening to our government guidelines and doctors about eating less fat and cholesterol. Okay, but we also need to look at how we can reduce our sugar, and let's find out and discuss more about things that are loaded with sugar which we don't realize. So naturally sugar is there to make things sell better and taste better, so it's always added to most of the things we eat on a day-to-day basis. So for example, if you go to the supermarket, you don't have to go down to the sweets and confectionery and chocolates area to actually be surrounded by sugar. Let's discuss those points. So we're here to discuss about the 12 surprising facts about the advantages we can get by cutting down on sugar. So in addition to obvious factors like weight gain, there are another 12 factors which I'm going to talk about. These also can increase things like blood pressure. Sugar works very commonly. Everybody knows that it plays around with your diabetes and increases your risk of getting diabetes or being pre-diabetic. So number one is it can actually lower your blood pressure. So obesity is one of the main consequences, like we said, and this can increase your blood pressure. Okay, so a major risk for blood pressure is that it increases the load on your heart and your arteries, and this can cause damage over time to your whole circulatory system, so veins, arteries and heart. Okay, so heart disease, heart attack, stroke, kidney damage, and other serious cardiovascular coronary diseases. They have twice the risk of increasing their cardiovascular death rate than someone who gets their sugars by just only 10%. So that 15% from 10 to 25% change can double your risk of getting heart attack or even cardiovascular death. Okay, so it also increases your bad cholesterol. As you know, there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. So people who consume a lot of added sugar are more likely to have lower levels of HDL. Okay, so HDL is good cholesterol and high levels of LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. Okay, so and also high levels of blood fat and triglycerides also include rising, so also in the rising factors for sugar intake. So bad cholesterol, blood fat clogging arteries and blood vessels, and triglyceride rise. So cutting down on sugar, number three, is that it can obviously reduce your heart attack risk. Okay, so people with higher blood sugar have a notable increase in risk of heart attack compared to those with low intakes. That sounds very obvious, okay, but if you just simple change, okay, so if you go from something like drinking a cola or a soft drink and just to water, okay, you risk something like 25% risk. So the consistency is also very common. So people who have soft drinks after they hit the gym, or very sugary drinks like juices, processed juices, also increase their risk of getting heart attack. Number four is it works on your brain power. Okay, so since we were kids, one of the main things they told us about sugar is it damages your teeth. In addition to that, sugar makes your brain have a little spark, gives your brain a little jolt, almost like a short circuit. They say that an MRI in the US, they did a research and it said that cocaine can have the same effect as sugar during an MRI, and they showed the function of the brain. So if you show that eating too much sugar can actually, you work on cognitive function. It also damages the input that proteins can help. There are proteins that help brain function. It impairs that use, where the sugar helps your brain to not work as efficiently as needed. So it has a little spike, so it goes up and down instead of working at a certain level. So it has an effect on what we call metabolic syndrome. So you have a cluster of conditions associated not just with decreased cognitive function, but possibly with the brain function. So what happens is it's like kids. Kids usually are very hyperactive as soon as they have a sweet, and then they go into a lull. Okay. Number 5 is you'll be less likely to have Alzheimer's and dementia. Again, talking about the brain function. A diet in added sugar reduces the production of a chemical, what we call BDNF. BDNF helps you form new memories and remember the past. Okay, so things like dementia obviously messes up with your memory. BDNF is particularly low in people who have pre-diabetic or diabetic conditions, and is closely linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. This leads to number 6, which is very common, depression. So if you think about a very common factor that comes out these days, it's depression. And one of the major contributors to depression is sugar. So when your brain has continuous spikes of sugars, highs and lows, your insulin starts becoming more immune to these effects, and therefore it gets less effective, and that leads to depression and anxiety. So number 7, by cutting down sugar, is you break your addiction to sweet stuff. Okay, so the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you want. So the brain has a feel-good neurotransmitter called dopamine. This can also be activated by even exercise. So what happens is when you give dopamine in excess through sugar, it will shut down the signals in the brain because it's going in excess through sugar. So for your brain to feel happy through dopamine, it keeps asking for more and more sugar. Number 8 is your skin. So your skin can get dull and wrinkled, especially when you're not drinking enough water and having too much sugar. This is a very common factor. If you look at the dullness and you look at your diet, just look at your tone, you'll notice that it's a big problem. Okay, so you have a thing called AGEs that are in your bloodstream that it attaches to your protein. The AGE does the damage to your skin, and collagen and elasticity is lost when you keep on taking sugar. So these, the protein fibers that keep the skin firm and stretchy and elastic are lost. Okay, so wrinkles and sagging start happening faster. Number 9 is the clarity, so clear skin. The sugary foods have what they call a GI, some people have heard it's a high glycemic index. Okay, so it also has an effect on things like pimples and acne. So some people, you would have heard, they say that cutting down on sugar reduces pimples. This is also a very common factor. There's another factor called skin disease called psoriasis. Psoriasis can also be triggered by sugar. Okay, everybody, so we're down to number 10, and it's a very obvious one. Cutting down on sugar will reduce your risk of getting diabetes. Okay, so they say that type 2 diabetes risk is increased every time you have a soft drink. So as discussed before, there's high insulin resistance, things like sugar intake with fructose, glucose, and other forms of sugar that get stuck in your bloodstream. So getting stuck into your bloodstream means they can't get into your cells. So this leads to high blood sugar, which leads to type 2 diabetes or a pre-diabetic state. Okay guys, so thanks for hanging with us. We're down to our last 2 factors. Number 11, this can prevent fatty liver disease. So lots of people who go for blood tests and get their cholesterol checks always have been told by their cardiologists or any GP or any doctor that they have fatty liver disease. Okay, so fatty liver is actually, although we think it's fat and it's not sugar, the excess intake of sugar deposits itself as fat in the liver. So number 11, the fatty liver disease is basically the spike in insulin is caused by sugar. Okay, so that drives fat into the liver cells. So that's why you get fatty liver. Okay, so this causes inflammation and scarring and damages, even injuries to your liver. Okay, so sugar, alcohol, even a lot of coffee, lots of things, even things like drugs, prescription medication, they all have an effect on your liver, including smoking. So this disease is a major risk factor for diabetes and heart attacks and even cancer. So the last factor, number 12, is cancer. That's what we're going to come up with. So the cancer risk brought up by sugar is not uncommon. A lot of cancer research done has looked at the correlation or link that suggests that excessive added dietary sugar is correlated with higher levels of certain cancers, especially things like pancreatic cancer, especially in countries like the US where it's very common, is linked to a lot of sugar. So thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot of insights and information on excessive sugar and what effects it can have. You can please email us, WhatsApp, or even call me in the details given below, and we can just have a chat and work on some exercise prescription and lifestyle consultancy. Thank you for watching. I'm Jimmy Rosero, Switch Off.